Grand Rising, it's me, Nisi. I'm back to do a short reading. I'm going to be over on Facebook doing a live stream over a couple of books. I'm going to talk about these books and I'm going to read some passages from one, and then I'm going to deep dive into The Murder of Reality. But before I do, I wanted to redirect our focus on something, okay? Just listen to me read. It says, we can avoid giving away our power by listening to our own voice of knowing or reason. From the time we are children, we are taught to give away our power to others. For example, when we're told to kiss and hug relatives or friends of the family, when we didn't want to, we were learning to override our inner sense of knowing and our right to determine for ourselves what we want to do. This repression continued, most likely in many experiences at school and in situations at work. At this point, we might not even know how to hold on to our own power because giving it away is so automatic and it's ingrained. To some degree, giving our energy to other people is simply part of the social contract, and we feel that we have to do it in order to survive. It is possible to exchange energy in a way that preserves our integrity and stability. This begins in a small way by listening to the voice inside of us that lets us know what we want, no matter how many times we override its messages. Our examples of how we give away our power are buying into trends, letting other people always make decisions for us, not voting and holding back our voice when an inappropriate joke is made. When we keep our power, we also must be aware of the possible opposite side being aggressive, which is a form of fear, okay? The remedy for this is to let our inner balance come back into play. As we build a relationship with our power and follow it, we begin to see that we don't always have to do what others ask us to do. And we don't have to jump on every single trend. I'm going to repeat that one more time for the people in the back row. As we build a relationship with our power and follow it, we begin to see that we don't always have to do what others ask us to do, and we don't have to jump on every trend. All we have to do is have the confidence to listen to our own voice and let it guide us as we make our own decisions in life. And remember the necessity for balance. We are out of balance right now as a species in this earth dome. And it is important for us to remember to take time for ourselves and to take care of ourselves. A good friend of mine, who is like a sister from another mister, had sent me a video yesterday morning where this gentleman was talking to a lady, an actress, I'm not going to mention her name. He was on her show, and he basically said, and I'm just going to paraphrase this, he was basically saying that if you were given a baby, okay, to take care of, and that was your only job, is to watch over this baby, this being, this person, the whole entire time, and as the baby grows, the needs will change, right? At first, you have to make sure it's fed, it's clothed, it's burped, it's changed. But as it grows up, the needs change. And the number one thing that often most people forget is you have to take care of that baby, right? But you have to look at it in terms of you being the baby and you taking care of yourself, because your needs change as you age, right? Most people do not understand that we're not taught how to do that, period. We're only given bits and pieces. The very, very, very basic things we're not taught. We're not taught how to breathe. We're not taught how to use our gamma breath or breath work. We're not taught about the proper diet. We're not taught to get proper rest, okay? We're not taught that we need to grow our own food. We need to doctor on ourselves, know how to make herbs, tinctures, and potions. We're not taught these things. We're not even taught basic home education or home ec anymore in schools. I don't even believe it exists, right? My point to this is to state that you have to remember to take care of self. Because if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of your family. And I'm guilty, as well as many other people, of giving 110% to everything, the family, the job, this, the that, the this, the that. And by the time it gets to Carolyn, I'm burnt out, right? So you have to remember to take care of you first and foremost. A plane's going down, the masks drop. They tell you automatically, put your mask on first so that you can administer aid to someone else. And they don't tell you that the oxygen does run out. I'm just saying, you have to be your own best champion. You have to be a champion for your mental health, your physical health, and your spiritual energy health. We are walking antennas, and most people don't know this, or they've forgotten that frequencies play a big factor in how you disseminate the information around you. Your body is an antenna. You are made up of what? Over 85% water, 90% water. And so the frequencies that come in through your car, through your Wi-Fi, through the dirty electricity in your house or in the building that you work, the computers around you, it plays a factor in your overall health. And most people will say that's woo-woo, but it's not. It's a proven science. Okay, so as we approach more of the holiday madness and the distractions that are on TV, I simply just ask you to unplug, turn it off, like literally walk away from it. Grab a book, sit down in silence and quiet, turn all the devices off in your house and give yourself a break. Get away from the madness, because you being affected mentally will change and reduce or lower your vibration energetically wise and spiritually wise. And you don't want to get caught up into that. So this is the number one time of year where there are a lot of people that commit suicide. And there are a lot of people who go into a depression because they're under this gun of having to purchase XYZ gifts for people. And the beauty for me is that I don't celebrate the holidays. Like I stopped. It goes against who I am as a person, right? If I want to gift you something, I'm going to do it outside these crazy holidays, right? I'm going to do it because I want to do it, but it's not because it's a set time to give, right? So you have to remember that everybody doesn't celebrate. So oftentimes you walk in the store, it's Christmas on steroids, and it's very annoying to me. And to me, it's almost like a point of being very disrespectful for people who don't have or share the same beliefs. It's like you constantly pushing things down a person's throat. And I don't think that's right. I personally do not feel like I have to partake in something because everyone else is doing just that. I don't have the same beliefs as everyone else. And I think people should respect that. Just as well as they should respect me, I respect them and their beliefs and their opinions. If that's what you want to do, that's great, right? But just keep in mind that this season is always a time when people commit suicide and people go into depression. So check on your loved ones or friends outside of the holidays. I know people pass this time of year heavily. And so if people are going through a loss in life, no one wants to hear jingle bells in the background. Nobody wants to hear that, you know. Life does continue after the transition. But again, Santa Claus has nothing to do with Christmas. Santa Claus is the colostrum in your brain. It's what it is. It is what it is. And if you would study the occult knowledge, you would know that, right? So I'm going to be reading over on Facebook these following books. I'm going to hold them up so you can do a screenshot. And the mothers of all mother. Join me if you can. I will try to make a conscious effort to do more videos over here in the next coming weeks and months. But I just wanted to get on here and read that about protecting your energy, because it is important for us to focus on self-care, and I know Chief doesn't use the word love, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to say self-love, self-care, the importance of self, and of being one with yourself and true to yourself, and being in that moment of a place of zen and peace, right? Anyway, I thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. And remember what I always say, right? Be the change you want to see all around this Earth Dome, because it is up to you and I to make a positive change in this ethos.